you remember a fairly long time ago, I received a box from Scotland which had a very down on its luck Numatic NV200. Well, this is the same pneumatic and it's looking and sounding a bit different than before. Let's have a look. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? My Beko 1987 from Numatic is pretty much as done as it needs to or is going to be. It arrived from Scotland from a good friend of mine who saved it from a pile of scrappers that he had. I think I mentioned that I've never had an NV200 before, and lo and behold, here it is, and yeah, it's come up remarkably well. The plastic on the hood is different to even the 1990s ones and took a machine polishing really well. In fact, the only downside of the whole thing is that something's been spilt and burnt into the plastic. You can see where it's pushing the sticker up a little bit. Talking of the sticker, this came from the same lovely person who made Benchies stickerettes, and I sat there during a very long conference call where I didn't say much, colouring it in with a red pen from the children's colouring box. The pneumatic script was ruined. It was easy to whip it all off and just change it. The other sticker that survived is that one, the one that said dry only. The top sticker stayed. The new 1000-watt sticker unfortunately did come off though, but it came off really easily, so that's not too bad. Underneath, look, it is clean. Yes, I cut out the centre part which was missing on this one from another scrap base unit and hot glued it into place and covered it in with a black marker so it doesn't look quite so bad. The filter went through the washing machine. It was very hairy. There is still a fair bit of hair on it, but it is clean. It is lovely. There's also a bag, and I am out of HEPA flows, which surprises even myself. But when I had that 1995 Henry, a year or so ago, somebody very kindly sent me some age-appropriate bags. These are the older style bags, which were more age-appropriate for it than this, but I thought I'd pop it in this because why not? I couldn't take the front wheels off because those bolts are completely seized. Luckily it came very clean without it, and the front wheels are fine, so I'm not too worried about that. Back wheels did what back wheels do. The rear stabiliser isn't terribly worn. Normally where they've been tipped up backwards, I've seen those worn flat up against that. It's come up incredibly well. I've been using it as a footstool for about a year, so it needed to be done. And if you remember before, we didn't turn it on because the motor was seized, and it was seized. A bearing had exploded, so I put new bearings on it, and well, it runs better than it did. That's for flipping good sure. Whether I've tapped a bearing incorrectly, they're the same bearings from the same packet that are in my cream and brown, and I just knocked it wrong or whatever. I don't know. I fettled with it. It's better than it was, and I did add a little bit more grease to the bearings, but quite honestly, it didn't run at all. When it's running, it's perfectly happy. And it's just that little wind down noise. So I think for the fact that it's cost me nothing to get it to that stage, bar £3 worth of bearings, we'll give it it's due. But the problem is, that is all that I have. I don't have anything, you know, to do the, what do we call it, whatever we like. We best fix that. And actually, that's where I've been tonight. You see, it's Friday night filming this, and I had a realisation earlier that I had to go up into the loft to get that rubbish, terrible, random pattern hose that I had from the cream and brown Henry. And that is just effort. So instead, I drove a grand total of, well, 8 miles to get it, but I also went shopping and sat in a friend's garden and had a cup of coffee. This thing is a 2011 autosave Henry in unknown working order. Apparently it does run, but there is a wiring problem. So I presume by the looks of that it's had wiring problems before. Don't know. Don't actually care. God, that's heavy. Do we dare see what's inside? Free. This was free as well on Facebook. Well, it has a HEPA flow in it. That's going in the shed. Oh God! Oh God! Hang on! Oh Jesus! That's gone outside, even in the rain. Oh, sod that. That fills me with fear and trepidation then as I exhale the values. It's not too bad. Of the hose that I got for free, it's a long un. Non-conical, which is quite weird to see, but actually excellent for the job because I wanted an original hose. Not age original. No. But, you know, an original end. I didn't want a cheap hose. I knew it wouldn't be the original hose. You know, because I'm going to swap this between cream and brown Henry. So, when I did the thing to the camera, it cut off the external display that I have running. Whoopsie. So we have an hose. Fantastic. We then have this stuff. Oh, it's sticky. There is tape on it. Oh, and I actually only flipping wanted the sodding bent end. It's glued to the... That's actually quite annoying because I haven't got a bent end either. But that comes off. The floor tool is worn out and has a crack there. So that is also scrapped. This wand is a complete buggery sod. You're going to have a couple of videos, which I'm literally filming after this, with the wand not in the position that I like it in either. I'm also worried to get rid of that gaffer tape in case it's there for a reason. No, I don't think so. Let's risk it. Oh, I'm going to have to soak this in boiling water at some point, but like I say, I want to... Oh, of course you are. Oh. That'll have to do. Oh, sorry, MVR. So I have eventually one set and pretty alright hose actually. I'm quite chuffed with the hose. The one's not so much. Oh, I know what I've got and I haven't even got it out. Hang on. I've not even refurbished it. Whoops. Ta-da! I've been stashing this away. It is a pretty decent under a thick heavy layer of grime, I do grant you. But age appropriate, because this is what this would have had. Floor tool. Gosh, this hose is long. So I now have, after, you won't come off, after a little trip out and a disgusting 3 Henry. A toolkit that I can play with over the weekend and clean. And my MVR to hang. It's a shame about the face, isn't it? I mean, the problem that I've got is it's missing its mouth for a start, and these aren't actually really stuck on. They just fall off like so. And it's come up really well. The writing is too low. I was centering it up, trying to work out, and the middle bit stuck. And I didn't want to peel it back off and rip it because it is level. So you're going to have to, I'm afraid, worry about that. But then I remembered that in my box of very rare stuff, I'll cover it because the new people won't want to see it. But my mother's old house address is, look, Numatic. I ripped the envelope up before I saw the postmark on the envelope, so it's a bit of a shame. But in here is the result of me writing to Numatic after getting this very machine, asking if they did the letters, and they said, sorry, don't do Numatic logos anymore. But they sent me 2 faces, and I thought, wouldn't it be a jolly wheeze if we fitted one to Becco 1987, because I don't think I've ever seen one fitted. It does come with instructions. Look, oh look, I've got 2, so I can show you one as I read it. You've got to peel the backing off, punch the hole out the middle, centre it up, push down on the eyes and mouth, and then peel the rest of it off. So I don't have any fingernails. That was silly. Oh. No, let's do it the other way. So we'll take that out. And actually, looking at these, look, this would have had its Numatic sticker kit. Look, I've got one. This dates from 2000. It even says so on there. So that'll show you that. But I've actually now just got a sticker, and I would put it on here, but I can't fully think of anywhere not very stupid to do it. So we've done that. Then we need to peel the backing off of the letters. The phase kit. Ideally, but crikey. Oh. Yeah, that's an edge. I didn't know if it was an edge or I was ripping the sticker. For some people, this will be the first and possibly only time, unless anybody else is canny enough to write to them and they keep sending them out, to probably put a face kit on video. There we go, look. And then you stick that. That's going to be good enough. That's the eyes. And the mouth, and now comes the potentially catastrophic piece. Especially the eyes. Oh. A lovely face sticker. I mean, I could even put these back over the toplet to make him temporarily funny-eyed. In fact, I think. Oh no! Don't you? Don't stick down. Because the bin is clean and I'm not going to be using it heavily, I'm going to stick them in there. Look, just in case. So we have these. Oh, we can put the lid back on, and you know what, I will fit this just because we've done something tonight, folks. We have not only finished the project, but we put a rare sticker on a vacuum cleaner. What more entertainment do you want? Come on! Oh my goodness, can't really rip it because it will just ruin the whole. I don't want to use the other face. Aha. Just to say that there's been a little change It's not a mint machine anyway. And I'll only lose a stick or two. So there we go, look, it's got a collection. And it has a face. So there we go, look, put his hose back on so it looks more realistic. In fact, I know. It can clean up some of its own mess. Thank you very much for watching, and I and Becco 1987 will see you soon. Bye bye.